Good morning. I mean, middle of the afternoon. I mean, end of the day. Yeah, I just got back from my seed care meeting. You guys are all... Come on, man. Be a professional here. Get your camera clean. Anyway, just got back from my seed care meeting, learning how to treat beans, so got that done. Xander's been here power washing equipment all day, doing a great job. 8RX looks really good. 8430 got done. We got to get through and do the service work on that one yet. So this one's about done. We'll do a little polishing and stuff maybe tomorrow, finish washing windows up, and then that one can come out of the shop. We're cleaning off the floor mat for that tractor right now, and then we'll call it a day in the opening comments. I did get my insulation and stuff that we need to work down in the barn. I don't know if we'll get there tomorrow or not, but yeah, he did a heck of a job cleaning this tractor up. She looks really good. He did say there was some black spots and stuff on it that he couldn't get off. And yeah, that's tar. I don't know if there's some up on the top of the hood. I know there is some, like here. Here we got a stone. That's from our tar roads that we have around here, and you go down them in the middle of the summer, and it gets stuff on them, but we can, oh yeah, we got a little spot here with mist scrubbing, so we'll hit that tomorrow with the hand drag and stuff, and then we'll put some polish on it and get it out of here. Cool. Good morning again. Well, we're back here for a full day today, so we're going to try and get this tractor cleaned up and finished and get it out of here this morning, and then we're going to get the 8R out, 8335R, and get that power wash today. It's supposed to be 60 degrees today for January, what's today, the 9th, something like that. So that's really nice. We're going to take advantage of it and clean some more stuff up outside. We'll get the 8R done, and then I don't know if we've got anything else that really needs done right now or not, but we'll take advantage of it while we've got it. So Xander did a pretty good job on this one here yesterday. I just want to get you know, I might foam it and scrub it a little bit by hand and towel dry it. There was some tar or some spots or something that we needed to get. We need to wash the windows, and then we'll put some finish on it and get this one out of here. All right, so just walking around looking at this, we got a couple places that need to be touched up. A little dirt back in there. Didn't get the top of the cab at all, and so we're gonna pull it outside and wash it a little bit more, and then we'll finish it up. It's already really warm out, so it'd be nice to work outside today. We got our stairs out so we can get up here and, you know, get to the top of the mirrors and the top of the cab. And I did from the back, now I gotta get up here in the front. All right, I moved the tractor inside, sprayed her down with some foam. We'll wipe everything down one more time and rinse it off. There's some tar, dang it. Ugh. This camera here is about as worthless as it gets. A tractor. Ugh, almost as worthless as the one in the back. But hey, it's a cool marketing point. Yeah, this was the spot we needed to get. All right, well, that looks pretty good. We'll give it a few minutes to drip dry here and then hit it with some towels and finish it up. Okay, we got her all dried off good. We have some tar to remove up here on the hood. There's a few spots. You see them? I can't hold them. Right there's one. There's a few spots, so I'm gonna let Xander work on that for a little while. Hey, you have to report back on which product works the best. Okay. I mean, I know what works the best, but it also damages the paint, so we aren't going to go that route, not on the hood of my 8RX. And everybody on YouTube is going to tell you WD-40 works. My experience is it doesn't work that good, but neither do those, so good luck. Well, we got all the tar off, and we're putting some polish on. She looks pretty good. That'll work. So I bought I'm trying a new one. I know you guys probably getting mad at me because I tell you one product's really good and that I really like it, and then I switch to another one. So, and I do still like those Griots, but I was at the auto parts store, and they had this Mother's CMX ceramic stuff, and The marketing got me, so I bought a bottle and I thought, let's try that. So we're trying it. This one's a little different in that you spray it on the towel and wipe it on rather than spraying it on and then wiping it with a towel. So it says it can go on wet or dry, but we dried everything off for the most part. There's a few streaks of some water going some places, but I don't know. Shines up pretty nice. Tractor looks good for being 4 years old and 1,600 hours on it. So there was something else I was gonna do, something that needed tightened up. What was it? Oh, this light over here. We've got a light on this side that when you're running it all the time, like the vibrations make it tip back like that. So I want to tighten up that bolt, hold it in place. This wind outside is nasty today, and it is going to cool off pretty rapidly here throughout the day, I think. So I'm going to grab the 8R out of the back shed here so we can get that washed while it's still reasonably warm. And we're in front of the shop, which shields us from the wind a little bit because it's coming out of the west, which is that way. And yeah, we'll be done washing here hopefully this morning yet. I'll have to do it once it gets real cold and not fun this afternoon. Noticed yesterday we got a flat tire on our sprayer, but these front two tires are pretty out of tread anyway and need to be replaced, so we'll have to get some tires at some point here. Well, good news. Tractor started. Alright, we need to do a little sweeping out here at some point, it looks like. Floor's dirty. My floor sweeper's still down in that new barn that we rented, so need to get that home at some point. Gotta finish down there first. So which one of these tar remover products worked? This one? The gunk. WD-40 didn't do anything. You heard it here. I've told you guys, WD-40 does not work on tar. At least not on our tar. Maybe it works on your tar, but we have Super Duty tar here or something because it doesn't do anything. So, that one worked. Alright, I moved this one back here. We're going to wash outside there, and I just wanted to get it back away from the door. I want to clean up the fenders and stuff. We got to wash the windows yet, clean the floor out, put the floor mat back in. So, not a lot left to do, but just leave it sit there for now. You good? Huh? You can shut it. Take this outside if you're going to wash outside, though. Or, when you know. Alright, well, Xander's been out power washing on the 8R here for a while. Looks pretty decent. I haven't got real close, but that one looks really good. I'm going to start washing some windows and stuff, I think. The inside of the windows usually aren't too bad, except for where people put their feet on the glass. Like down there and up here. So we'll get those. Alright, I got the inside done. I cleaned the floor up, put the carpet back in. Inside cab is good. There's still a little water streaking down the outsides yet. Like when I close the door, some drips. So I'm just going to wait until it dries off a little farther. And we'll wash those windows this afternoon. Xander is done power washing on this tractor. So I'm moving it inside. We're going to clean the concrete up because we're probably done washing. It's starting to get cold. And we'll just keep that a little cleaner. We might do some oil changes, service work stuff on this tractor here this afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. But it is about lunchtime. I'm going to go. I got a lunch meeting with somebody that wanted to meet with me today about some stuff. So we'll do that, and we'll come back and see where we're at. Okay, I just got back from lunch here, and we're going to work on these tractors a little bit, do some service work. Start with the 8430 here. We'll need to run it before we drop oil, but I'm going to get some air filters and stuff changed out here. Was looking in the book. We put 217 hours on this tractor this year, which is not very many, but that's what this tractor does. Looks like we got a little cleaning to do yet. That's what happens when you start crawling around underneath stuff. But we have some oil leaks on this tractor that need addressed. Namely that one. And I don't know where it's coming from. But we're going to figure it out because this is unacceptable. How are we going to clean that up? Maybe a sensor up there, actually. I don't know. But that needs done. And there's another oil leak in the back there that we need to figure out as well. That almost looks like it's this. It's right here. I got more cleaning to do here too. Or it's coming from up there somewhere. I thought it was coming out of the valve stack, but I'm not entirely convinced. It might be, but I'm not real sure. Not sure. Well, we're going to try and fix it because this one likes to drip all over the floor, and I'm tired of that. We're going to let this run for a couple of minutes. I turned the exhaust fan on, so it'll suck some fumes out. It's a little difficult to get out of here, but we'll get our engine oil warmed up, and then we'll drop the engine oil on here. He's got the rest of the filters about changed at this point, so I think I have pinpointed at least one, if not both, of our oil leaks. So that's good. It's either this sight tube leaking at the bottom here, or it's coming out of this cover that holds the PTO on. I'm thinking it's the sight tube, so we're going to take our PTO shields off so we can get in there and look at that a little bit better. But everything up here is dry, and then from like right here down, it's wet and leaking, and I think that's where it's coming from on this one. And then there's another one up underneath that I'll show you in a minute here. All right, so we let that run, and we got oil dripping over there. But I think I found our other oil leak. It looks an awful lot to me like it's coming out of that tube up there. Right there. That sure seems like it's pulled out a little bit. So, the question is, how do we fix that? How do we get to it? How much easier would it be if we took the tires off? I don't know. We gotta clean up a little bit better up there and see if we can figure that out. It almost appears that that's one of those friction fit suction tube kind of things, or I don't know if it's a suction tube, but like this line here is an oil line. That's the suction out of the sump. There's nothing securing that pipe into that end. It just slides in there, and there's an O-ring that goes around it that seals it, and then it secures on this end. Almost appears that that's what we've got going on up there as well, where it's secured on the other end and it just slips into there. And there's an O-ring that's probably bad, which means we've got to pull that out of there. So, that's not going to be real fun. I don't know how to get to it exactly. We might have to take these filters off just so we can get in there. Okay, well, when you cram yourself in this little teeny tiny space up here, behind the hydraulic oil filters, let me flip the camera. Yep, see them right there? Okay. Then you can get in here and you can see that. And that is a pipe that I believe is leaking right there. So, the question is, can I take that off of there via the bolt that's hiding right back there, and the one on the front there you can see it, and get it out of there, or does something else have to move in order for that to happen? And if you do that, what are we going to get? Are we going to get a whole lot of oil coming out, like drain the system kind of oil, or is it just going to drain the pipe and a little bit that's in the lines? And then how do we change the O-ring? What kind of O-ring do we have in there? So I think it's going to require looking it up in the parts diagram. Right there's our little piece. I think O-ring number 18 has gone bad. Would be my guess. Now there's a serial number break. Is there another page that looks just like this? Yup. Maybe it's 27. To check our serial number or see if they're the same part number. 109982. 109982. 109982. It's the same part number. So, okay. Well, I should get one of those before I take that apart, because if there's a bunch of oil coming out fast, you're gonna have to do things in a hurry. And right there is our level gauge, sight gauge. I don't show an O-ring on the bottom of that. There probably is some kind of an O-ring, but they don't sell it independent from this whole sight gauge. So, Either we try and tighten it up, or we take it off and see if there's an O-ring that we can just replace, or we buy the whole thing. We'll have to look at it. We're going to take that PTO cover off. Well, I got that off, and it all just fell into pieces. I didn't know it was going to do that. That's okay. Make sure we didn't lose anything too important. Now, we need to do some more cleaning, but definitely the bottom of that sight gauge appears to be our problem point. So what we can do about that. Starting with some brake cleaner. Alright, so I got that area cleaned up a little bit, and we have a couple of interesting things. One, we got some bubbles in our oil, which is just from it running and stuff, I think. Not a big deal there, but can you see the cracks? Can you guys see that? Let me zoom in on it. Let me zoom in some more on it. Look at, right there. That line is cracked, and when I wiggle it, look at that O-ring on the bottom. Well, yeah, that's where our leak's coming from. You can see the oil seeping right out of it. We need a new sight gauge. So I'm going to go order that one. I can also tell it's cracked up here on the top. Too far. There. It's cracked up there as well. So, yeah, that makes me feel good that we've actually finally figured out why this is leaking all the time. And just leaves a puddle on the floor. So, now that does probably going to have to get at least partially drained. Oh gosh, in order to change that, or we're going to make one heck of a mess. We're going to make a heck of a mess. It's okay. We'll figure it out. But we're going to get that fixed. And we're going to get that O-ring coming for that other tube and see if we can't make a mess up there as well. All right, well, that's good. We need to get power washer in here and clean up the sides and everything while we got some access into that. And we'll get some oil back in our tractor, so hopefully we can pull it up ahead there. We're not going to do it back here. Getting our drain plug put back in there. Where do you suppose this broken bolt that's behind there came from? Huh. Gonna have to look for that one. Nope, not real hard. It came from this clamp. It came from right there. And the rest of the bolt was still in the bottom of that hole. Okay. Okay. How do we fix that? Our hood on this tractor is still in rough shape. I was going to get somebody to work on it last winter, and then that never happened. And it got worse. We've got a big crack there. We've got a developing crack here. And if you stand at just the right angle, if I can see it on the phone, you can see we've got some stuff happening here. Kind of comes around there on this side. And we've got a crack up here. And then this side is also cracked right there. It's not good. The issue is two different types of plastic. So they've got the plastic on the outside that's the green stuff, or painted green, and it's colored green. And then there's the black stuff. And there are different types of plastic. They expand and contract differently, and it causes the outside to crack. Is it structurally a problem? I don't think so. Looks like crap. We'll see if it's going to fall off. A new hood is like $3, $4, or $5 grand, so I don't know if we're going to do that unless we need to, and we don't really need to. So, yeah, not good. Well, we figured out where that broken bolt went, and so Alexander took the side shield off, got the bolt out of there. Did you get the stud out? No. Okay. We got to get the broken piece off the bottom of that. I think we're going to have to take that arm loose so we can wiggle it away, so we can maybe get a vice grips on it, and it should spin right out of there. But anyway, I got the outside windows washed on the 8RX. We pull a polish on our fenders and some of the plastic parts, made them shine. Oh, and then I get it dirty. Dumb. That was dumb. Anyway, she looks good. This can go back in the barn and sit until we're ready to hook up a planter. All right, we got our bolt fixed there. Got oil put back in that tractor, so we're going to... What? I want you to open the door. Can you move that one? Okay, you can do that. Open the door and then pull it out. We're going to switch these two tractors. Put this one back in the corner and bring the other one up here so we can wash on it a little bit better. So he He doesn't have a ton of tractor driving experience and none in green equipment. And so we're just, until he's done stuff, we're a little just helping him out. He's doing fine. I think while we're moving stuff, I'm going to pull that 8RX out of there because we were done with that and it does not need to be in the shop while we were washing other stuff. Don't get it dirty. Don't get it dirty. Just get it out. Okay. This won't take a lot here to do this last light washing, but I got the power washer, the long one with a 90-degree on the end of it, so it shoots straight up in there and try and clean out around those filters as best we can. And yeah. What happened? Get some dirt in it? A stone or something in our nozzle. Plugged it up. We just put a different one in. I'll go clean this out. Oh, we got this cleaned up nice. Definitely our hose leak in here. I got it ordered, so I think you just take this nut loose and then it slips off on the top fitting. There's like an O-ring there. I think. We'll see what the new one looks like when we get it. Problem is, this is directly into the oil reservoir, so oil is going to come pouring out of there when we take that off. Unless, maybe, we can try our old shop vac on the fill port trick and see if that'll keep it from leaking. We can do it real fast. I don't know. It might work. Well, we had another pretty darn successful day. Got a lot done. Productive. Helps having somebody here every day. And yeah, we'll cover some ground. So anyway, we'll do the service work on the 8R on Monday. We should get our parts for the 8430. So hopefully we can get that done and we'll finish cleaning it up and get it out of there. I would like to get my tractor switched out with the dealer. That 8R needs to go up to the John Deere dealer and the 9R needs to come home. So between those things, yeah, we'll get there. But anyway, maybe we can keep working in the ceiling in the seed warehouse a little bit more too. That'd be good. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Go Indiana tonight. How'd they do? Did they win? Hopefully they won. Either way, whoever wins tonight, I hope wins the whole thing. Indiana or Oregon. So yeah, we'll watch some football this weekend, I guess. Have a great night. See you guys on Monday.